Within Blackboard, you have the opportunity to tap right into the JCC Library resources. There's a tool where you can go ahead and find library resources and add them into your content. Let me show you how to do that. I'm in my course. First thing I'm going to do is go over to Content. And I am going to put that information into this folder I created called External Resources. The next thing I want to do is tap into the library. So I go to Tools and choose the JCC Libraries EDS Curriculum Builder. And I am going to label this Week 1 Resources. And provide a description. And I can also go ahead and enable evaluation if I want, track number of views, which I always do, and then submit. So that's step one. So now I have to go ahead and select the resources that I wish the students in the class to use. So I'm going to select Week 1 resources, which will then launch this EBSCO, the EBSCO-host search engine, and I'm going to do a search. And in this case, I'm going to be looking for Bloom's taxonomy. Okay, old Bloom's, and conduct a search. So this should look familiar. This is tapping right into the library. And as I'm looking at this, I can decide by selecting Add to the Reading List for a particular item. So I'm going to add a couple of these to the reading list. I'm going to add 3 of them specifically. And I can now see the current reading list, and it should have those 3 particular items selected. All right, well, let me go back to external resources, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to maybe set up for Week 2. So I'm going to, once again, pull into the library and Week 2 resources. Okay. And once again, set tracking and submit. And I go into Week 2 resources, and maybe I'm looking for STEM material and say iPads. Not sure what we'll get, but we'll take a look. All right, and sure enough, there's a couple resources, and I'm going to select 2 of those. And they should be now on my list. 1, 2, there we go. So let's go back to, so we have these external resources. Now let's look at it from a student's point of view. So I click on student preview mode. It'll take me back to the very beginning of my course. I'm going to select content and external resources. And when I look at Week 1 resources, it will immediately bring me up to the reading list that I have pulled together for that particular class. How cool is that? Okay. And I'm going to head back. And Week 2, here are those particular resources. Sure enough, there they are. And the students still have access to go in and conduct their own search on the topic of their choosing. I'm doing instructional technology. And sure enough, here comes a list of resources. So let me exit out of the student preview mode. And that is all there is to adding the JCC Library resources to your course.